The grand hall of the Deathworld summit was not meant for the weak. Carved into the jagged cliffs of Vorith Prime, it overlooked acid seas and a horizon clawed by perpetual lightning storms. Here, the galaxy's most resilient apex species gathered once every generation to discuss territorial boundaries, hunting rights, and the unspoken rules that kept their brutal order intact. The air inside was heavy with pheromones, biohazard spores, and the musky scent of predators sizing each other up. There were the Phyrexian bone crows perched on bone thrones with wings that could slice steel. The Molochian reptilian giants who drank molten rock like fine wine. The Irelian brew mothers, vast spider-like beings whose venom could melt a tank. And for the first time in the summit's history, there were humans. No one remembered who exactly had extended the invitation. Some said it was an insult to see if the so-called Deathworlders from Sol 3 would survive the journey, let alone the summit itself. Others whispered it was curiosity, a test to see if the rumors were true. That Earth, long classified as a Class 0 Deathworld, bred something even predators feared. They sent Commander Adrian Holt and her small delegation. Just 5 humans wrapped in adaptive survival suits, eyes calm, hands empty of weapons. To the gathered monsters, they looked laughably fragile, soft-skinned, and small. High Matriarch Zelkor of the Broodmothers was the first to mock them. Her voice, like 1,000 whispering knives, echoed through the hall. Humans, you claim Deathworld status, yet your species burns your own nest for warmth. You poison your air and soil for profit. You wage war on each other for sport. Is this your strength? Your hunger for your own flesh? A ripple of cruel laughter hissed through the chamber. Commander Holt did not flinch. She stepped forward, boots sinking slightly into the resinous floor, and slowly removed her helmet. Her hair clung to her brow with sweat, but her eyes were sharp as a blade's edge. You misunderstand us, she said, her voice amplified by the chamber's acoustics. We didn't come here to prove we are like you. We came to remind you why we survived when others didn't. The Bone Crow chieftain clicked his talons, voice dry as old bone. Explain yourself, pray? Holt's lips curled in a half-smile, a predator's grin in a human face. You think this summit makes you strong because you respect boundaries, because you fear each other just enough not to cross the line. But humans? We don't stop when it's comfortable. We don't kneel to stronger predators. We become them. She gestured to her team. Do you know how many apex predators we have on Earth? Lions, sharks, bears, venomous serpents. We outhunted them all. We turned ice worlds into cities, deserts into farms. We turned the atom itself into a weapon and then threatened to wipe ourselves out just to keep others in check. We colonized our own death world by refusing to die. Zelkor hissed. And yet here you stand, outnumbered, unarmed. Commander Holt's smile widened. That's where you're wrong. A faint beep came from the human delegation's wrists. In the skies above Vorith Prime, stealth drop pods shimmered into existence, cloaked ships decloaked, and a fleet of orbital cannons locked onto the summit coordinates. A live feed flickered to life behind Holt, showing strike teams of humans in adaptive armor waiting just beyond the summit's borders. You thought we'd come alone? Holt said, voice cold as the void. No. We brought our true predators. Ourselves. Our soldiers. Our resolve. You see, when you corner a human, we don't just fight back, we burn the whole forest down if that's what it takes to win. Silence gripped the hall. For the first time, the apex predators felt something foreign crawling up their spines, a primal fear they hadn't known in eons. Not because humans were the strongest in the room, but because humans refused to accept any order they didn't write themselves. Holt leaned in, her eyes locked on Zelkor's many-faceted ones. This summit doesn't decide our place in your hierarchy. We do. So either treat with us as equals or watch how quickly we turn a death world into a graveyard. No one laughed this time. The Phyrexian chieftain slowly folded his wings. The Molochian dipped his heavy head. And Zelkor, the brew mother, clicked her fangs in reluctant respect. Commander Holt donned her helmet once more, sealing the suit with a hiss. Good choice, she said, turning to her team. Let's show the galaxy what happens when you invite humans to the table. Outside, lightning split the sky, but in the chamber, it was the humans who thundered.